Every day, there are incredible preparedness deals floating around the internet, but who has time to dig through dozens of websites to find them? That's why we created PrepperFinds.com, your one-stop site for the best prepper deals online. Our team scans the web, finds the biggest discounts on survival gear, food storage, water filters, radios, and more, and posts them in one easy place. No more wasting hours searching or missing out on limited time sales. At PrepperFinds.com, you'll see the best deals every single day, so you can save money while stocking up on what really matters. Check it out today at PrepperFinds.com. Bookmark it, visit daily, and never miss a deal that could keep your family prepared. That's PrepperFinds.com, where smart preppers shop.
Survive, thrive, stay alive. It's time to get prepared with the Prepping Academy podcast.
Hey guys, welcome into another episode of the Prepping Academy podcast. This is Patrick with Grid Down Comms Up, being joined by the founder of PrepperNet and Garvin Academy, Forrest Garvin. Welcome to the show today, sir.
Thank you. I have no pants on.
I did not need to know that.
I'm just kidding.
This is one of the great things about an audio media. I don't have to know what's going on the other end of the line. I can be blissful.
I'm just kidding, everyone. Just kidding. Last time I said we were doing it with our shirts off, and
yeah.
And so, but yes, hey, I'm looking forward to this. Good having you, man. Like I said last time, it's good. It's difficult to sit there and record by yourself. And my last mini podcast, same with you. It's just us talking and
monologue.
No feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. And, we have a good time doing this, and it's great to get together and do this once in a while. We've got an interesting topic. Again, this one is sort of prepping related because it impacts how we prep, but it's something that is relevant to everyday life and us learning to function in an ever-changing world, and that is AI. You guys know about it. You guys probably use it. If you don't use it, you probably need to learn how to use it, because it's probably not going away, at least as long as the grid is up. When the grid goes down, we won't have AI unless you're one of my crazy friends that has figured out a way to build an off-grid AI that they can run for preppers to when your hit and miss engine from 1942 running the sawmill quits and you don't know how to fix it. You can ask the AI that he has running offline, and it will tell you. I was asking it, hey, what's the gap for the spark plug on a whatever it was, and it told me. It was like, okay, this is pretty cool for the off-grid AI. But
that sounds like my cousin Vinny.
I'm not sure I would go with my cousin Vinny, but it's something like that.
He asked that lady and she knew, or whatever.
She knew, yeah.
Okay.
That movie was a little before my time, Forrest. I know of it, but I don't remember it. So
okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, one of the things that I know you've been using AI for a lot of stuff here lately. You're embracing that. You've got somebody in your circle that kind of does that as a specialty, skill in business. Lots of businesses are moving into AI. The internet is covered with AI slop at the moment that is just absolute trash. But there's also some good AI stuff coming out as well, and it's changing the way we work, but it's also changing our society as a whole, not only by making us more efficient in some ways or less efficient in other ways. It's also changing the way that technology, we did an episode, if you guys listened to the last episode we did on privacy, AI is enabling a much greater processing of all the information coming in, analyzing that data that would have been impossible before because a human being would have been able to do it. It would have had to do it. And we're not good at analyzing certain things. Where a flock camera can look at every car that drives by, catch the license plate, see what your bumper stickers are, notice the fact that your kid left a dent in the back of the trunk when he ran his bicycle into it or whatever, and it records all that unique information and analyzes it and sees that we might not see when we were reviewing that, and certainly does it quicker. So this is changing the world around us for the better or for the worse. And, I made the joke last time that Skynet was here and it's being fueled by AI. Things that we didn't think were possible are possible. So I wanted to ask Forrest, as he is doing privacy and he's doing AI stuff, man, what are your thoughts on how we avoid turning into the Matrix here and being the batteries for AI?
So I will tell you, I've got two sides on this. I got we'll do a triangle. I got one side that says, "Hey, AI's here. You can't run from it." I got another side that says AI is evil. We need to run from parts of it. Then I got another side, three sides, that it's here, it's early, get off your hiney and go make money by using it. And so, because I'm using it a great deal in some of the things that I'm doing, and I am literally making money from using AI. And so in my business course, I'm like, guys, if you want to disappear, this is probably not for you. But if you know how to disappear, why don't you for 2 years use AI, make all the crap load of money you can right now before everyone else gets into it. Because tools are being made where you can make money. Do it now for 2 years, make a lot of money, then disappear. Because disappearing is a skill and knowledge. But I'm using it in a lot of areas. I've literally, my area study software that I've sold, literally AI helped me write that. You think I can code stuff? I'm not that smart. But so I've used it and I've made a lot of money from it. And so, but AI I'll say this. So one of my best friends I talked to this week, and he is in the people business. His entire organization is in the people business. And I'm going to tell you what he does, and you're going to go, oh yeah, they're the best people business I know of. He owns 2 Chick-fil-A restaurants. They're all about people. I mentioned some stuff about AI with him. He's like, dude, I need to learn about this. And I'm like, why do you need to learn about AI? He goes, because there's a big push to figure out how AI and people can work together to better serve the people. And I'm like, okay. And literally that's a push within a lot of businesses right now, is like, not that AI is going to take over, but how do you use both to come together? But the bad part of AI is being able to look at terabytes and analyze it in seconds. That's the bad part. And so there's good, there's pluses, there's minuses. We're all going to die anyway. Just kidding. I'm not going to.
Oh, what are you saying? You're going to upload your consciousness into AI? Is that what we're saying here? Okay.
Yeah. But there's so many positives, but yet there's so much danger as well. One of the dangers is we're being hacked by AI, our grid, our banks, our entire infrastructure. They've trained AI to go hack it. The other side of that is we're training AI to find flaws and to protect ourselves. It's like AI's fighting out there in the world, and we're hoping the good guys stay ahead to stop the bad guys. Hey, let's take a quick break.
Has your data been hacked? Do you feel uneasy about the vulnerability of your personal information online? Were you involved in the Target, LinkedIn, or Microsoft data leaks? Don't know? If not, then pay attention. Join Forrest Garvin from PrepperNet for a free webinar on privacy and security. Gain insights into safe internet browsing, VPNs, crafting online aliases, secure emails, detecting if your data has been hacked, and managing passwords. Secure your spot today for this webinar on privacy and security. It's free. This webinar delves into comprehensive strategies for bolstering your online privacy. We've got you covered, from fortifying your passwords to shielding your financial information and mastering state-of-the-art encryption techniques. We're offering 2 convenient dates to suit your schedule. Reserve your spot now at preppernet.com/privacy. Don't let cyber threats erode your peace of mind any longer. Take the first step toward a safer, more secure online experience by joining us for our free webinar. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to safeguarding your privacy. Sign up now at preppernet.com/privacy. We'll see you there.
And I think that's where we have to figure out, okay, what is the use of this? Where is it bad? And like you said, the ability to manage massive amounts of data is, it's a little scary. It really is. But at the same time, it's giving people that otherwise did not have, like you're talking about coding and that kind of thing. There are a lot of people that they have an idea, they have a dream, they want to bring something to reality, and they don't have the budget to pay someone to code this website for them, to develop this software, to do the graphics for the business that they want to start. But they can do it with AI, and now all of a sudden they have found an independence. My wife right now I'm encouraging her to use a little bit of this because she loves books. She's starting a group that does basically secondhand books. They sell used books that are our high quality educational material, good classical stuff for children, and not what some people call twaddle, not, useless, just entertainment for the sake of entertainment stuff, but like really good. So she's putting together a little business that does that, and it's given her the opportunity to do that and do it in a much better presented way that looks a lot less 1998 MySpace or what was the no it was what was that Force? Was it Launchpad? No, what was the back in the late 90s? Everybody had their own website, and they were all cheesy. And
MySpace.
So was it MySpace or Launchpad or something like? Anyway, that's a lot. Some of you guys listening are like, "What are they talking about?" I will say this
as well: AI is saving lives every day, and you're like, "What? How?" Because now they're taking better X-ray photos, or they're doing more, research or testing on people's bodies, and AI is literally helping them diagnose the issues faster than doctors and more accurate than doctors. So again, everything, there's a positive and negative for sure. Also, we're using AI in the military.
Oh yeah.
And to figure out what to bomb and not what to bomb and stuff. And so is it scary? Where do we end? I don't know. But here's one thing that I've made a decision. You guys can hate me for it or not. I don't care. I'm going to make as much money as I can using AI for the next year. And then I'm going to get out of it. Because by that time, everyone and their brother will know how to do stuff. So I'm trying to utilize it in the best manner that I can, that I feel good about it. And I'm going to make money. I'm going to try to make money because I want to retire. You can sit here and say, hey, all you want to do is make money. I do, because I want to spend time with my grandkids and I don't want to work my whole life. And, I have things I want to do. And it's, but I'm utilizing it. Does it scare me? Yeah. When it comes to like the flock cameras and our personal data, oh yeah, that could get really ugly for sure.
So I was in school at this time, but you were working through the dot-com bubble explosion, right?
Yeah, you saying I'm old?
No, I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying you were in the
Yes,
IT world then,
I
right?
was the webmaster at the largest bank in America at the time. I was at Bank of America, and I was their webmaster.
So are you I hear people saying that AI is a bubble, kind of like that was. I'm not sure I don't think there's enough transparency in what's actually going on with AI at this point to make a call one way or the other, at least from my perspective. But what are you thinking on that front? Is this gonna just not turn into being as big of a thing as people say it is, and replacing all these jobs and eliminating entry level white collar stuff? Is that gonna just go up in smoke, or
Definitely, people will lose their job. I think AI has limitations at this point without quantum computing. I think our computers are real. That's why they need these massive data centers to do really good AI, because it takes a lot of computing power. So here's what I tell people about their jobs, because I literally, I'm around, this sounds bad, I'm around like college age kids like all the time. And they're a little bit worried, and they use AI less than people our age. I'll be honest with you. They use it less, at least the ones I'm around. But and then I have an AI mastermind group I run in Charlotte. And one guy, a friend of mine for 35 years, he does NASCAR designs. He designs the car, the hauler, the shirts, everything. He does that for many teams in NASCAR, and he's done it for over 25 years. And he told me, he goes, I'm concerned for us because I can be replaced by a 13-year-old kid and AI that can do all this stuff that I'm doing now. And so what I came to him was like, we'll call him G. And I said, G, then why don't you come up with a solution for the other 27,000 people that is feeling the pain and is scared just like you are? Why don't you come up with something for them that where you can make money and help them, ease them into maybe a better position, or managing the AI of their company instead of just sitting there waiting to be replaced? And he goes, I never thought about that. He goes, I literally have the mindset that I'm just going to be replaced. And you're motivating me to come up with a solution, not just for me, for other people, where I can make money. And doing that, I'm like, yes. And it's changed his life. He calls me every day and says, I'm thinking about doing this. Because there are more people, graphic designers just like me, that they're fearful. And so the idea is, anytime a new technology comes, new jobs come with that technology. If it's building data centers, managing technology, managing the legal side of the AI within a company, new jobs are always created too, and new jobs are wiped out as well. So but it's this, the scariest thing is an AI is never going to replace a human. It's just not going to do it, because we have the power of an on-off switch.
For now.
For now. I don't know how for now. You're right.
Yeah, I think this is maybe a generational thing on my part. When I think AI and computers, I think the Red Queen from Resident Evil.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen Resident Evil? In the first Resident Evil, the hive, the lab, there's this, what is effectively, it's a computer. It's kind of like AI that is embodied by the hologram of this little girl that runs the place and locks it down, sends things to kill people that are infected with the fire. It's in control of everything, and they're trying to shut it down.
Hmm.
But we see those sorts of things. We see Terminator. We see all these these things with AI, and those aspects of it are very scary. And then we see some of the robot things and other things that are coming, that we see video and stuff of, which sometimes I think we have to be careful with that too, because the question is, am I actually watching a robot or am I watching an AI generated robot at that point? Because there is so much stuff being generated by AI. If you look at YouTube, I'm seeing bands show up on YouTube that are completely AI generated. And some of it's very easy to spot. Some of it, if you just watch a little clip, is a lot harder to spot. It's getting very good on that.
So my songs to some of my webinars in the waiting room is an AI generated song. And I don't have a band. I was in a band in the 8th grade and they literally kicked me out because I couldn't keep a beat. I was the drummer. I kid you not, I started it in 9th grade. They kicked me out and said, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's,
That's a
not
true story.
not everybody's cut out for the rock and roll lifestyle, Forrest. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know.
You didn't
I
make
even had the
cut.
hair back then. No, I didn't. I didn't.
Was that the mullet
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was.
and that's one of the things, AI's changing so much stuff on that front as well, and content creation and other stuff. And frankly, a lot of it's just terrible. But
Yes.
a lot of it, I think the biggest thing that concerns me in some ways on that front, have you noticed that like your generation, my generation, we are oftentimes seems much more able to pick out AI generated content than the younger generations are. The ones that have kind of grown up with it are not as quick to realize that what they're seeing is fake.
Yes. I hate AI generated images because you can spot them a mile away. But guess what? I use them.
Me too. I mean, I use them on
Yeah.
my YouTube videos for the opening tiles
Yeah.
all the time, because sure, I can do something cheesy and throw something together myself, or I can give AI some prompts and get something colorful and cool that looks better.
So when I
And
grew up, a graphic artist literally had a felt board.
yeah. Eh,
Some of you guys don't even know what I'm talking about there.
Hey, you remember the flannel graphs in Sunday school?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And now they have smart boards and all
I
kinds of
know.
stuff like
It's
that.
crazy. Yep.
It's a different world. But, my questions too with AI is the amount of money that is being dumped into AI at the moment is hard for people to wrap their brain around.
Mm-hmm.
Building data centers, building infrastructure. Meta has developed a fancy new term, and I cannot Oh, it's called behind the meter. They want to generate power behind the meter.
Yes.
So in other words, they do not want to be dependent on the grids because
Yes. Well, Apple does that a lot.
because they're building data centers and then being told by the utility companies, "Oh, sorry, we don't have enough power for you."
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
they're looking at small modular nuclear reactors. They're looking at all kinds of things to generate power, including, did you see this thing about AI data centers in space?
No.
Somebody is looking at the idea of basically launching the equivalent of a space station into outer space with a data center built into it so they can run it
Really?
off, solar from space. It seemed really weird and science
Yeah.
fiction-y, but it's apparently somebody's looking at this.
It's probably Elon Musk. He's going to have one on Mars.
I think he's the problem. The companies that want to do that are gate kept out of it because they need him to launch their stuff.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff going on that front that is not things that we're used to seeing. It's this new reality.
And we get to know that AI is really a year old. I mean, that's what scares me.
Come on. The military's had AI since the 80s in some way, shape, or form.
It has, but I'm talking about to the general public.
Oh, yeah.
And we use chat or Claude or whatever. There is an AI that I am testing right now that is, so I asked it, it's called Claw. It's not
Is this
Claude.
is this the supervillain of AI,
Yes.
like
So
Shredder?
you actually have to isolate it because it does do things that, and this is what scared me the most is like, if you gave, so I'll tell you a real thing that I did. Claw, I have it isolated on the internet. It can't go out of the box. It's totally isolated, and I pay people to make sure it's a subscription base. I said, hey, I want you to make money for me, and I'm in this arena. How are you going to make money for me? And it gave me 4 ideas of how it was going to go out and make money for me. And I said, what do you need from me to do this? It literally said, I need your credit card. I may need you to verify some accounts. And I just need the okay from you. And I'm like, what? He wants me to give its credit card. And it will go out. It will create, it will buy the software it needs. It will integrate it. It will do things to make money for me. And I literally kind of like turned it off and like, okay, whoa, that was more than I'd expected. That I named mine. Well, I'm not going to tell you guys what I named it. You know the name because I use it as an alias all the time. And I just turned it off. I'm like, holy moly. And then I read research and I asked it, I went back in and I said, what's the difference between you and Claude with a D or ChatGPT or Copilot? And it said, I do stuff. The other render stuff for you. I do stuff. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And it's called Claw. You can look it up, like a claw, like a bear claw. And it's the AI kind of unleashed. It kind of scared me, to be honest.
That's interesting. That's see that I think that's the next step of allowing AI to, autonomously do stuff, like, as you were saying there. That's different. I had another question, related to AI in mind, and you kind of listening to that kind of threw
Kinda
me
scares you.
off track.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
It's a little concerning, with that kind of stuff, because you've got it in a box, but how good's the box? Because it's still on the internet.
Mhm.
It's what happens when this stuff gets out? Because inevitably it will. It's like everything else. It's going to find a way to.
So I've done research on this, and this is scary. It really is. I could train my agent to go out, and its only task it has is try to destroy Jim Smith's life. Create
Okay.
fake accounts, create credit cards, destroy his reputation. I could literally set this up to do that, and it will go and do it. And you're like, what?
There's probably a market to sell that to people that have problems with homeowners associations.
Yeah. And it is scary. That's why, yeah. There's, again, but if you use it for good, the hospital system, they help analyze patient recovery times, what works, what doesn't work. There's good to it as well, but there is that dark side that just scares the poop out of me, and that's why I'm not wearing pants. No, I'm kidding. But it does, and the more I learn, and it's like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, because one side you're like, wow, this can do this and this and this. Let me use it here. Then you read articles or you see the thing and you're like, holy moly, We need to slow down a little bit. I don't know where it's going to end up. Is it a bubble? I I think, and I will say this. People say, well, it's going to make people dumber because they don't have to do tasks. To use AI, you still have to give AI good input. They call it prompts. You still have to think through the prompt to give it to AI to create good content back to you. So in one way, it makes you think a little bit different, strategic. But in another way, it's going to replace a lot of people doing, tasks for sure. I literally have an agent. I haven't used it yet that I created that you could call my phone. It would answer my phone and you would not be able to tell if it's AI or not. You can ask it questions about me or my courses. And it will say, oh, well, what you need to do is sign up for this course because the free webinar is coming up on Thursday and you need to sign up for that. And you, at the end of the conversation, literally I've had like 5 people go and ask it questions like that, and they couldn't tell that it was AI.
And
That's scary.
That is scary. And there are businesses that are already using that kind of thing for, I've seen where freight companies are calling, like the hotshot drivers and trying to find, hey, we got a load coming from here to here. Is this something you'd be interested in? It gives them all the details and they talk to it. And if they decide they want it, then the AI connects them through to a dispatcher to get the final details and stuff secured. But that AI is doing that, and that's eliminating a human person that has to do that kind of thing. And frankly, I mean, in some cases, they're better than the human beings that you talk to. Um, when you call certain places, it's
right.
So it's, it's scary on that front. It's scary in what it's opening the door potentially to. And I think really for me, the scariest thing with AI, maybe it's come to pass and we don't know about it yet, but is the concept of when we give AI a body, when we put it in a robot, that it can physically interact with the world. That's going to change a lot of stuff.
I saw a meme today, and this guy, he's looking sad, looking out the window, and he said, "My AI girlfriend just broke up with me."
How lame do you have to be to have your AI girlfriend break up with?
I mean, you're like, what? But I'm like, but I've been looking into AI because I want to understand it, especially when it comes to privacy and security, because I'm a big privacy and security guy. So is there ways that we can use AI to help protect our data, to help protect our network, to make sure that we're not, losing data out there? How can we use AI to better protect my information? Can it be done? And so we're on and so that's one of the reasons I felt that I had to get into AI, because people ask me every webinar or every course, I mean, hey, what are we going to do about AI? What are we going to do about facial recognition? So currently, I'll let you guys know, it's no secret. If you go to any basketball game or football game in the United States, professional level, they know who bought the ticket mostly. I mean, they can go different person. They can recognize, oh, there's a different person in that seat, because they're doing facial recognition through the entire stadium. They know who purchased the ticket by the credit card, and then they can track you by your phone's MAC address as you're walking through the stadium. They know everything about you. This is not was it sci-fi? This is really happening right now. How do you prevent that? And you're like, you can't unless you don't go to the game. I don't know if they're doing it in college level like where you are and stuff, because I know you work with a college team, but at the Panthers game, they have facial recognition everywhere. They have cameras everywhere. and they know where you sit, where you put your butt. They go, oh, yep, there's John and Mary Smith. They own the other 2 seats right there. I mean, person's not saying that. AI is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, what?
Well, and there's not even tickets anymore in a lot of college stuff. It's on your phone. It's virtual
blockchain
ticket. Yeah, it's blockchain stuff. And you can't just give a ticket to another person. You have to transfer it to them.
Yes.
And then
that's why. Yep.
And then they're identified. And yeah, it can figure out that, hey, you've got the phone with the ticket, and
So in the future, just think of this. In the future, they watched, Jack and Diane and their 4 kids came to all the games, but they noticed that none of them bought drinks or hot dogs or anything from the stores. So in the future, they go, well, we're not going to let them buy tickets again because we didn't make any money from the drink stands or the hot dog stands from them. So we're going to sell that. We're not going to let them. They're going to be sold out when they try to buy it next year.
Or their ticket's going to be more expensive.
Or yes.
Because
that's what I would do if I had that technology.
I mean, this is more of the privacy security thing than it is AI, but AI is enabling this because it gives the ability to track and do this stuff in real time. Mm-hmm. But, everybody's seen the thing where Walmart is starting to put barcodes up instead of price tags. And some other companies are doing that. I haven't been in a Walmart since Walmart quit selling handgun ammo, so I really can't comment because I don't do business.
You're going to be the last
anymore.
holdout.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll just order it and have it delivered.
So, go ahead. Sorry,
but I was going to say, so you're either using your phone now to scan that barcode and see the price, but that's not the price. That's your price, and it's tracking you. It's pulling in all this other data. It's like I'm facing an interesting issue that I'm going to have to deal with on this front because Sam's Club, I'm a Sam's Club member, and they're going to get rid of the Sam's card, and you're just going to have to
the app now.
It's all going to be an app. I'm not
check out yourself too.
That's borderline worth it, but I don't want the Sam's Club app on my phone tracking all the stuff that it's going to track. So that may be the end of me being a Sam's Club member. I don't know.
So I was in this Chinese restaurant I go to quite often because it's really good. And I have to go through the parking lot of a Home Depot. Mm-hmm. And I saw all these flock cameras in the Home Depot. And I'm like, what? Did they have them? I didn't know there were Home Depots. I'm just like, these are odd places in a parking lot to put these flock cameras. It has a little satellite panel on top. Not satellite, but solar panel. Yeah. And then you sent me the article today about how they're using it for security. So if you steal something from Home Depot, they see it on camera. They watch you walk out the door. They see you get in the car. They get your tag number. They call the police.
Mm-hmm. And they're also using it to track rings of like organized shoplifting. It's not just a one-off thing anymore. Mm-hmm. I actually talked to a investigator. This is this whole thing about networking and getting to know people and doing the things. I was talking to somebody that is in law enforcement here, who worked on the investigations about this, and they busted a ring that was stealing not from Home Depot but from Walmart. That was stealing like infant formula, diapers, stuff like that, and then basically taking tens of thousands of dollars of this stuff a month out of state, selling it on Facebook Marketplace. And it was an organized group. So they were able to use this stuff to pattern of life these people and figure out that they were all connected.
Hey, let's take a quick break.
Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at preppernet.com.
the data itself doesn't show that.
No.
It takes AI
to analyze
buying
it.
yes.
Yeah. And this thing, people talk about Palantir. Okay. I don't know if you've heard this thing about Palantir, but Palantir, through AI analyzation of this data,
Mm-hmm.
has increased ICE, immigration enforcement's ability to identify and locate illegals that have committed crimes with a success rate that went from like 14% to like 60%. It's crazy how much more effective that AI through systems like Palantir and all this. And this is, the question is, who's the criminal? Who decides who the criminal is? And it's, people love it. Oh yeah, it's great when they're using it to arrest, the people that are stealing $250,000 worth of products from Home Depot. But, what happens when, suddenly the political party that's not in are the criminals? It's.
So one thing I tell people is like, you've got to choose what you want to do. Is there a way to be an AI and protect your data? Probably not at this point. AI is your adversary. Is there a way that you can make money with AI? Yes, because I go in businesses every day and 90% of the businesses don't even know how to use AI. So if you became an expert, you could go in any business in USA right now and say, hey, I'm an AI expert. Let's figure out how you can use AI. And every business is going to go, yes. Why? We want to make more money. So it would be a good way for people to learn AI and go out and make money during AI. Or you could stay home. Your phone has AI on it. If you have a new phone, a new computer, so if you don't want a computer with AI, you better start buying old computers like last year's models right now, because Copilot and the new models, it's going to be a part of the operating system. You won't be able to turn it off.
And that was part of the issue with the computers, I think, that couldn't update to Windows 11 from Windows 10 was the ability to run Copilot.
Yeah. And so start thinking now, if you don't want, computers that, that have AI on it. And, but, it's a difficult thing. It's, and it's so hard for me because I'm such a privacy person, but I'm like, is there a way that I can use AI with the least amount of my information and in 2 years still jump off the train and disappear? And I believe I have the skills and knowledge to do that and the tools. So right now I'm just creating things to sell. But when I did create the software, area study map, I didn't reveal anything about me and my personal life there. I even used a privacy card to buy the credits to create that. And the company that I was using, they have no idea who I am. But they probably do now because I put my name on the website and stuff, but
yeah, it was more isolated than people who were using AI as a personal assistant and feeding it all their personal information to allow it to, quote, better do its job.
yeah.
So, it is a brave new world.
It's hard to get away from it. People are using AI on you every day and you don't know it. Your bank's doing it. The cameras are doing it. The information from your phone, they're doing it. And what they're doing is they're gathering information. They're gathering information, trying to control you a little bit, maybe with some ads, better intelligence of what they think you want to see as an ad. But but yeah, it's a tough thing.
Yeah. So much of this is driven by marketing, the opportunity to make money,
Yes.
though I think I have successfully fooled that because all the ads that I see on YouTube anymore are either directed at people who are 20 years older than I am or like 20 years younger.
Or
don't.
metrosexual.
Well,
I just
some of them, it's like, why are you advertising makeup to me? I don't, that's not my thing.
I don't need diapers yet. Okay. I'm not that old.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of that's just the problems with their algorithm. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of companies that are using that kind of stuff. They've been doing that for years. That's nothing new. AI is just enabling them to do it better, and faster.
I would recommend talk it over with your family, your wife, your kids. Find out what they're doing with AI because kids are using it. I mean, literally the younger kids don't like it as much, but college students, that's when most people start playing with AIs when they get to college. Because in high school, they just don't. A lot of kids don't even have computers to their own still today that's theirs in high school, but a lot of them do. But a lot of them are their school computer, which has, what's that? Chrome or whatever Chromebook. The Chromebook right now doesn't have an AI solution. It's probably around the corner. But talk it over with your family, where y'all want to be, where you want to stay, and learn. I mean, if you don't use it, at least learn about it and what it's doing and how it affects your life.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that if you don't know how to use it, if you're not leveraging it at this point, there may be a time that comes when that AI and I'm gonna go down a little bit of a rabbit trail here, Forrest. But in the prepping world, we get wrapped around the guns and ammo, beans, bullets, and band-aids thing, and the very World War II era of combat. The reality is a future war, a future conflict. Yeah, there's a lot of concern about, hyper lethal and, a lot of the things in like actual combat. But let's be honest, even that may be dated at this point. It's going to be AI and it's going to be the people that understand the computer and the control side of things. What difference does it make if we have the ability to shoot down all of a nation's jets if their jets can't get off the ground because we found a back door into the software and we're able to remotely disable all of their stuff or turn their power grid off or turn their communications off or whatever that is? That's the future of warfare because it's very hard to operate a war, a conflict, on your own soil, let alone foreign soil, if you can't communicate, you can't operate anything off of electricity, and everybody in your country is ticked off because they don't have food and their car doesn't drive. That's going to be a huge aspect of that. And AI is going to drive a lot of that. And some of us are going to have access to some of the tools potentially to, in some way, shape, or form, even potentially facilitate some of that. I think that's going to become a thing for people that figure out with AI. There's safeguards and guardrails on a lot of the AI to keep people from doing malicious stuff with it. But, how long is it before people figure out how to turn those off?
Yeah. So I don't, so AI's here. The only way to get rid of AI, the only way is an EMP. I would hate to think that preppers are the ones that's going to cause the EMP so they're not tracked and their data stolen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's possible.
It is possible.
There is a world where that one side that doesn't want all this could be the one that pushes the button.
Yeah.
It's or it could be a bunch of people. A friend of mine literally just sent a text while we were doing this that says Meta cuts 8,000 jobs. AI to blame.
Oh, really? Huh.
How long is it going to be before that's 80,000 jobs?
Yes.
And somebody's ticked off enough that they're like, look, I'm just going to watch the world burn.
Right. And they have power. Yeah. I sent you a text to some comic books.
I did. I saw that.
That's to the comic books for Jericho to finish that up.
I'm going to have to check that out. But it's AI will empower. I think it's going to empower people to do things they weren't able to. Because right now, there's guardrails on AI for certain adult content and things, but people have already figured out how to get around that stuff.
Yep.
So how long is it going to be before people go, hey, I want you to AI, Claude, whatever it is. How would I get around and get access to, and you think just, insert your national security thing in there, and it goes, oh, give me a minute. And then it comes back. Well, you can log in and you can do this and you can do that. Or, hey, how about you just let me do this for you?
So I have invested in a company that uses AI.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you this, it's going to kind of scare you. I'm not sure if I've ever told you this before, but I invested in some money in a company that their software can be installed on almost any router, Wi-Fi router. And their software, using the signal that Wi-Fi sends out and comes back, bounces off, they can tell, it's not secret. I mean, you can look this up. They can tell if a student, because they're mostly in schools right now, if there's a gun in the building or not. And they're using AI from the signal as it comes back to the Wi-Fi, to the router. If there's a gun, if a kid is carrying a gun in his backpack walking down a hallway, this software can tell that there's a gun. They don't have it nailed in yet where they can tell that it's that particular kid, but they can tell within 10 feet there's a gun.
Yeah, it's a form of passive radar. I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole this too much, but you can take a panel antenna with thousands of receivers on it. Think of a receiver as a pixel on a display, and because RF passes through objects, but different objects attenuate RF a different amount, and that Wi-Fi signal passes through things, and if you receive it and you map those signal variations, you get the sort of image and you can find stuff.
I totally forgot that I'm talking to like engineer as I'm, because you sounded like you were just giving the presentation that I was in, trying to get me to invest in it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy knows exactly what's going on. But yes, so I invested, and they're in schools right now with this technology.
There's so much stuff because people see, and you see the things on the internet about, law enforcement can see inside people's houses with that, and they're not telling the whole story. It's not your Wi-Fi router that's spying on you. Okay. It's the Wi-Fi router is the energy source that allows
putting out the radar signal.
Yeah. That allows the receiver outside to see this stuff because it's, it's a noise source. It's like, the military's been doing it for years with passive radar to look for aircraft and things like that. It's when you see the signal that's this nice, pretty, even signal, and then there's a disruption in the middle of it, and it's, what is this?
Can I go down a different street for a second?
Absolutely.
So in the strait over there with all these boats, why can't we just project 500 boats in the strait and hide the real ones and let them go by? I think we can. Like phantom ships and stuff, and the real boats turn off the ADF and let them go through. I thought I have a solution there. I don't know.
I mean, the problem.
Because they can't see it. It's so far away. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the real threat over there is.
Trump needs to call me. I got solutions.
I think part of the real threat. I think part of the real threat over there is mines. And the projected boats are not going to blow up the mines. Yeah. So, but you would think that we could look with a satellite and we could spot where all that crap is and then just go deal with it. Or, if the blue roof theory is true, we could just shoot a directed energy weapon from space at the mine and blow it up. But I don't know if that's real or not, whatever. Conspiracy
we
stuff.
We diverged a little bit, but
Yeah, we went into the Twilight Zone for a minute there.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
So many things. And again, it goes back to the whole thing, with the sensor thing we were talking about. Okay, sure, we could have built that 10, 15 years ago, but analyzing the data off of
Yep.
it was not something we were able to do. Now we have AI that can help analyze that data and do something useful with it. So yeah, all kinds of stuff is going to come out of that. Some of it will work, some of it will fail. But yeah.
Yep. And also, I read an article that my friend owns a Tesla, that there are some studies out now that Tesla driving is always better than human driving.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait, what? And it's because they're saying that the computer chips are faster than our mind's reaction. Have you ever seen it when this Tesla's driving, he's driving down the road and they're going across a bridge? So there's the lane he's in the emergency lane, and then there's a concrete wall, and he's going 70 miles an hour. And the car recognizes like there's someone in his lane coming towards him, and the car literally moves to the emergency lane and comes back in a split second. And we could never react that fast. And you're like, oh, and the car recorded everything. So, and Tesla uses a lot of AI now to make decisions like that.
Have you ridden in a Tesla that self drives?
I have not.
It's a weird experience, man.
I have not. And I have so many friends that have them.
Get one of your friends to take you for a ride.
But, no, I've driven one, but I've never let it drive itself. All my friends are too poor to pay that $100 a month.
Oh, for the self driving.
Yeah.
Get them to find somebody that's got it. It's a little quirky in road construction. So if you live in road construction land where the lanes shift and it struggles, it gets a case of I'm not sure what to do every once in a while. But it's pretty amazing. The other thing that's pretty amazing is, I don't remember if it was the Model S, but I can't keep track of the Tesla ones. But if you have the dual motor, really fast ones, those things will pull enough G's that you cannot reach the dash when it's in launch mode. Like if you try to get out of the seat and reach it,
I've heard that. I will tell a secret. Preppernet may buy a Tesla truck. I think they're ugly, but they're really cool advertisement. And I don't know. My kids are trying to convince me or my solar oven may buy one.
Yeah, you're gonna buy. The prepping community is just gonna get mad at you if you do that.
I know, but I mean, it's solar. Come on, people.
I mean, I get it for the My Solar Oven, especially if you have like a solar charge station for it. That I could see that with the My Solar Oven. That'll probably
get
go over better than PrepperNet.
Get a Gatling gun on top, Gatling gun. Show my age.
The minigun, the GE minigun.
Yeah, okay.
Or a Gal 19 or something. Well, so we've talked about AI here. We could talk about AI for a long time. AI is changing the world, guys, and staying up to date with what's going on with AI is it's a requirement at this point. I know a lot of people just want to pretend like it's not here and it's going to go away.
Doesn't hurt. Knowledge never hurts.
Now, it's something to be familiar with and understand what it can do, because in the next decade, AI is going to change the world as much as high-speed internet changed the world for us. We remember dial-up. We also remember when we got cable internet that was 1.5 megabits per second and thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I had a thing called ISDN.
Yes.
And then they did one turbo where they put two ISDN lines together and you got like 256K.
Yeah, you could bond them. The crazy part about this is the Southeastern Conference was still using ISDN to broadcast football games up until a few years ago. I'd have to go back and look and see when they quit doing it, but it wasn't that long ago. We'll put it that way. Some technologies endure. But
so our recommendation is learn about it. You don't have to. We're not trying to make you or force you to use it, but learn about it. learn what's going on in the world and with it, and whatever you decide,
Yeah, make a decision from a point of wisdom, not from a point of fear.
Or lack of knowledge. Yeah,
lack of knowledge. Yeah, it's scary. There's scary. There's downright scary stuff going on, especially for those of us who are privacy oriented.
And I'm going to confess something right now. I am AI. This whole conversation has been too AI. No, I'm kidding. AI is not funny like I am.
No, it's funnier.
It has better dad jokes. Okay,
It does have better dad jokes. But yeah, so, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with our antics as we talk about this stuff. We really do hope that you guys get something of value out of this. Maybe you learn a little bit about AI. You learn about some of the crazy stuff that's going on out there. It's changing the world every day. It's only going to change it more in the next few years. Forrest is doing selfies now, I think.
No. Yeah. Well, I got to put my pants on.
So anyway, again, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you want to learn more about PrepperNet, check us out at preppernet.net. If you want to learn more about communications, check me out at Grid Down Comms Up. I posted a video about a week or so ago on the budget solutions for connecting your radio to your hearing protection so you can still hear while you're doing loud stuff. So if you're trying to figure out and get your communications gear, the bugs shaken out of it, that kind of thing might be worth checking out. If you want to learn about privacy and AI and all kinds of stuff like that, check Forrest out at the garvinacademy.com. And Forrest, it was great having you doing a show with you, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. That was awesome. It's so much more fun doing it with someone than by yourself.
Yeah. So we'll do this again soon. You have a blessed evening and week and all that stuff. We'll see you guys on the next episode of the Prepping Academy podcast.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Prepping Academy podcast. Preppers Unite at www.preppingacademy.com.
Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at preppernet.com.